Okay, so down goes Deja. That brings up Molly. Molly trying to slap bunt. Fouls. Here's the 0-1 to Molly. She thought about slapping again, but it's a ball. Here's the 1-1 for Molly. And one misses, 2-1. Two balls and one strike on Molly. Lizzie has her pitch. That one misses, 3-1. These don't look like they're missing by much. Here's the 3-1. And swing and a miss, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And she slaps this, and it gets over Big Mac's head. And Molly's got a 1-out single. And that's the second hit of the day for them. So now with a runner on first and 1 out, here's Allie K. Lizzie deals. Swing and a miss, strike one. Riley back behind the plate, threatened to throw down to first with Ella. It would be a very pretty play. I've seen them do it before. Trying to catch Molly snoozing. There's a pitch from Lizzie. Change up, and Allie way out in front of it. 0-2. Oh, 2 called, strike 3. So now with 2 outs and a runner on first, here's Abby. First pitch to Abby. Low, ball 1. Lizzie sets and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Abby H. One, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abby's got to go to work and protect here. Lizzie going to put it where Abby's not swinging. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Trying to get Abby to chase one. So 2 outs, runner on first. You're in the bottom of the second inning, tied at 0. Lizzie deals. Low, ball 3. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Lizzie deals. Swung on, foul back. We'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Runner on first, 2 outs. Swung on, ground ball back to Lizzie. Throws over to first for the sure out. 1-3 goes out, put out, and that is 3 outs. After 2 innings, we are tied at 0. Coming up to bat in the top of the third, it's Aria, McCarthy, G, Brielle, and then top of the order, Maddie, Estelle, Hannah, and Riley. Coming up.
Yep. Central Park. We're gonna go try to catch the tail end of it.
All right, warm-ups are done. Here's Aria Heath to get things going for the Monsters in the top of the third inning. That's in there. Call strike one. There's the 0-1 from McKenna. Aria hits this over to me. That's foul. 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Aria. McKenna deals. High, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from McKenna. That's call strike 3. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up McCarthy. First pitch to McCarthy. Bounces. About a 38-footer. There's the ball. There's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0 on Addison. Here's a 2-0 pitch from McKenna. Low, ball 3. 3-0 on McCarthy. Here's the 3-0 call, strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on McCarthy. McKenna sets and deals. Misses ball 4. McCarthy works a walk. So 1 out and a runner on first for G. Here's the pitch from McKenna. That's in there, strike 1.
Is he bothering you guys? Yeah, he's a beggar.
Here's the 0-1 from McKenna. Got a runner on first and one out. 0-0, top of the third. That one gets away from the catcher, and that's going to allow McCarthy to come into second with ease. McKenna has her pitch called into her. Here's the 1-1 to G. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gigi. McKenna gets her pitch, deals, and she throw down to first is in time, and on the throw, McCarthy goes to third. And now with 2 outs and a runner on third, here's Brielle.
Oh, look at him laying next to you. Oh. Gosh, you're so cute. I just left all my shit on the floor. I'll pick it up. Gosh, you're such a good boy. Oh, it's actually getting warm out here.
All right, now we're ready. Here's the first pitch to Brielle. Got 2 outs, run third, 0-0 score in the top of the third. There's the pitch from McKenna in there, called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from McKenna. And Brielle hits this one into the outfield. 1 run scores. That's going to get picked up by the left fielder. And it's an RBI single by Brielle. So the Monsters take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. We go to the top of the order. Here's number 99, Maddie, with 1 run in, 2 outs, and a runner on first. First pitch to Maddie's high, ball 1. Oh, he can come and play. I have no food though, Cash. I'm sorry.
He just got like a whole taco's worth of steak.
Pitch is outside. 2-0 for Maddie. Here's a 2-0. Maddie fouls that one straight back. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch from McKenna to Maddie. Got Brielle on first. Swung on, popped up, and out. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
What are you doing? You're so handsome. What, have you found a new friend or what?
He says, of all the people that might have a sausage fall out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, foul.
And you're giving them all the loving.
There's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Maddie. Runner on first, 1 run in already, 2 outs. Maddie punches this one foul again. There's a 2-2 as Maddie continues to battle against McKenna. Call strike 3. No, the Monsters pick up a run. They're the first ones on the board after 2.5 innings. They lead 1-0. Coming up in the bottom of the third, it's the bottom of the order here. It's McKenna, Brooke, Emma, and Kendall. And then it'll be back to the top for the Gold Gloves.
Wani! Hi! What's up, lady? Where are you at the library? I love you. Dude, you look great. It's actually quite warm out now.
Hey, you do it to her. You do it to her. I get a free show.
Do you see how cute? I know. Look how big my dog is, though. Except for Craig when he takes my dog home. I don't know.
Yes.
All right, here we are, bottom of the third inning.
You know that I tried to watch your stream like 7 million times. It's not loading. I don't think there's internet here.
Really? Well, there's 3 people watching now. For this game,
Yeah.
it did drop it.
On the way here, I was checking and I checked when it started.
Yeah.
Were you watching the Why are you wearing a hoodie?
It wasn't warm before.
I couldn't. I listened to a little bit of the first game and then I got busy at work.
There's a swing and a miss.
Cash, right? Yeah.
Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. So I believe it is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the pitcher, McKenna.
You have sunblock on?
You're going to get it today, so you don't feel like it.
Yep, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. And misses 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A little reddish.
Oh, with my sunglasses.
Yeah, it's almost like a little tan.
Here's the 2-2 from Lizzie. Swung on and fouled off. We'll do the 2-2 again.
He loves to eat that Jamie's daughter. Yeah. Oh, that freeze. I know, I got my.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Lizzie. That one's short, 3-2.
I'm just so nervous to have such a big dog. It's different. I already have a huge dog. I need a smaller dog. I need like
Here's the payoff pitch. So, call strike 3. And with 1 out, that brings up Brooke. Here's the first pitch. That's high, ball 1 on Brooke. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Monsters lead 1-0. Brooke M is batting. She's got 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Lizzie. Swing and a miss, strike 1. All right, here's the 1-1 from Lizzie. Low, 2-1. Here's the pitch. That one hits the plate. 3-1. Aw, she waved to you. All right, Lizzie gets the pitch. Here's the 3-1. And that's fouled off. 3-2. That's it. Litterer.
I got a litterer. I do a lot of things that are probably not. At least my dog's gonna make it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, here's a full count. Payoff pitch.
Perfect.
High, ball 4. Brooke works a walk. So it's a 1-out walk for the Gold Gloves. That brings up Emma V. Here's the pitch to Emma. And here's a ground ball to second. Throw to second, one. On to first, not in time. They get the lead runner. So Emma V, fielder's choice, reaches. 4-6 goes the put out for out number 2. So now with 2 outs and a runner on first, here is Kendall Emma. Here's the pitch from Lizzie. High, ball 1. Throw behind the runner. Safe. Here's the 1-0 from Lizzie. Swung on, ground ball foul, first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yes, why are you all tied up, bro?
So Lizzie gets the call there. She knows her pitch. Here's the 1-1 from Lizzie. Swung on, ground ball to Big Mac. Goes off of her, throw to first in time for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Gold Gloves. After 3 innings of play, it is the CNY Monsters 1, Gold Gloves 0. Coming up for the Monsters in the top of the 4th inning, it's Estelle, Hannah, Riley, Ella, and Chevy coming up. So, may I have some dill pickles?
These are dill.
Yeah, these are yummy.
Have as much as you.
Thank you.
Wait, that's your older son with them? I know that.
Hi, Riley, my son.
I can't believe you're this late.
Look at these guys right here. Eat them. I stole a dog. I stole a dog.
Hi! Who are you?
I stole a dog.
What's that? Yeah, he does.
There's so many people, and you don't even know what to do
He
anymore.
loves your husband.
You don't even know what to do.
Mine.
Is yours?
It's
Your dog.
He is obsessed with your husband.
Oh, he likes my butt.
Yes, so do I. Good boy. Get it.
My aunt's dog, I know
Get it.
one of them. I know where she is. Because
people.
all of a sudden I'll get nose up the butt. I'm like, hi, Sasha.
Get her. Yes.
Cash, leave her alone.
My man. My man.
Oh my God. What did I tell you? You want your permission first.
He's literally just going up and sticking his nose up there and leaving. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Oh, there's another dog. That's Miles.
That's a good size dog right there.
All right, here's Estelle to get things started for the Monsters.
He just wants to play.
First pitch to Estelle, swing and a miss, strike 1.
All right, Cash, you're playing a game.
Cash, come here.
No balls and one strike on Estelle. Estelle walked in her first plate appearance and then got out. Oh, there's a big swing and a miss. Strike two. Estelle was thrown out at second on a dropped pop fly, infield pop fly. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Estelle down on 3 straight pitches. That'll bring up Hannah. First pitch to Hannah, low and outside, ball one. And that pitch is high, 2-0 for Hannah. And that kind of sets and deals. 2-0 swing and a miss. Strike one on Hannah.
Brett, do you want me to take my dog back? Dog.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low. Nice block by the catcher, Audrina. 3-1 on Hannah. Here's the 3-1 pitch from McKenna. Called strike two. Looked a touch low from over here, but, you know, what do I know? 3-2. So here's the payoff pitch from McKenna. High, ball 4, and Hannah works a walk. So it's a 1-out walk for the Monsters, and that'll bring up Riley Trude. Trude! Big swing and a miss by Riley. Riley's determined to hit a 320-footer. There's the pitch. Swung on. Coming out into left field. Left fielder underneath it makes the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Ella Persegin. So 2 outs and a runner on first for the Monsters here in the top of the 4th inning. And Ella laces one to right field. Hangs up there, comes down, drops down. Hannah rounds third. She's going to come in and score. And it is an RBI double for Ella Persegin. So with 2 outs, a run in, and a runner on second, that brings up Chevy. The Monsters have a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. Pitch from McKenna, swing and a miss by Chevy.
I think we brought him like 2 years ago when we first got him to like one tournament.
Here's the 0-1 to Chevy. Changeup doesn't quite make it. Gets away from the catcher. And that's going to allow Ella to take third. Here's the 1-1 to Chevy. Called strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chevy. 2 outs, 1 run in, runner on third. Pitch is high, 2-2.
I don't know what time we're gonna be here, but if you want to see us.
So here's the 2-2 from McKenna. And Chevy grounds this one to short. Fielded throw to first in time for out number 3. Run does not count because of the force, but 1 is scored earlier, and the Monsters take a 2-0 lead after 3.5 innings. Coming up in the bottom of the 4th, it's the top of the order for the Gold Gloves. Lainey, Mia, and Audrina coming up.
He does have a big head. Yes, he wants all the food. Like, no, I make my own food.
Right, make your own dog food. Kids get McDonald's.
That's right.
The dog, my mom's dog goes through spurts. All he'll eat for a while is whatever homemade food she makes. Then he'll stop eating it and she switches to.
Well, he got spoiled. He doesn't even want. He won't have canned dog food. Like he's spoiled rotten. We'll put canned dog food down and he'll like look at it for like an hour or two and like, where's the other stuff? Then finally he'll eat it.
Yeah, she'll eat, like I said, he goes through spurts. Or he'll do homemade. Then he'll go to like bag dog food, but she put a raw egg in it and mix it up. And I try to eat that for a while.
Oh, I've
Then
tried
he
to do
goes
that.
back to raw.
I bet that's good for their coat, huh?
Yeah, it's very good.
Don't have to worry about salmonella or anything with the dogs.
I guess not. My mom's had it for a long time.
Which I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about it for us either. First pitch is hit. Pop fly, second base. Big Mac with the grab, out number 1. That'll bring up Mia. Mia reached on a single. Her first at bat. And pitch misses outside. Ball 1 to Mia. Here's the 1-0. Swings at a terrible pitch. 1-1. Not sure what she saw. Here's the 1-1 from Lizzie. Swung on, and this is hit into center field. It splits a center fielder and right fielder. Grabbed out in right field by Liv. Throw to second, not in time. Safe at second base, Mia with a double. Well, that's right. That's what she did last time. She hit one out in the center that got bobbled by Maddie, and Maddie threw her out at second. But here we are with 1 out and a runner on second. Here's Audrina. Audrina struck out swinging her first at bat. That pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. One 0 to Audrina. Ground ball to Hannah throw to first for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Allows Mia to go to third on the throw. So now with 2 outs and a runner on third, here's Deja. Deja led off second inning with a strikeout. Monsters with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch is high and outside, ball 1 to Deja S. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner on third. That pitch is high, 2-0. Lizzie deals. Swung on, ground ball to short. Hannah throw to first in the dirt. Ella not able to make the scoop. We'll give her a single on that one. That was a tough play and an RBI. And the Monsters now lead 2-1. And the Gold Gloves have a run in, a runner on first, and 2 outs. And that'll bring up Molly. Here's the first pitch to Molly. She slaps it down the first base line. Ella picks it up, and she's safe. Oh, she must have been too far away for Ella not able to tag her. So now with 2 outs, got runners at first and second for Allie K. Runners at first and second. Infield's got to play at any base. 2 outs. Swing, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Allie. Bounces. Nice block by Riley. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Lizzie. Just high. 2-1. That one's fouled off. 2-2 on Allie. Monsters 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with a 1-run lead. Two misses. 3-2. Shrunk. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. But the Gold Gloves pick up a run after 4 innings of play. It's Monsters 2, Gold Gloves 1. No, I'm just going to get ibuprofen. Thank you. Coming up in the top of the 5th is Liv, Kenzie, and Lizzie.
Hey, listen.
Listen, Dad tried tombstoning me one time and I bit his ball, so I'll do anything by all means necessary. Anything's necessary.
Kick hit. She hit that first one. I was screaming. I was screaming, bro. Because me and Austin. I told him if she hit a home run, I was just going to start screaming, Booyaka shot. Booyaka. And Dre was right behind. I had to hear him all game.
Yep, absolutely. I love listening to him.
Came over and dabbed me up a few times. Smelled a little something when we got
Yeah. He usually keeps his distance when he does that.
Live to lead things off for the Monsters. First pitch misses, ball one. There's the 1-0. And misses low and outside. 2-0 to Liv. Liv went down looking in her first at bat. That one swung on, fouled back to the backstop, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, and that goes back and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Liv way out in front of that changeup, and she goes down swinging this time for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Big Mac Mackenzie Conti. First pitch to Kenzie in the dirt, ball one. There's the 1-0 pitch from McKenna. And Kenzie punches this one, and it's grabbed by the second baseman, Abby H. with a great grab for out number 2. Abby's earned her today. So with 2 outs, that brings up Lizzie. Monsters lead 2-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. And this may be our last inning of play. And she fouls out, change up, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Lizzie. No, call, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Lizzie. McKenna sets. Well, that one's high, gets away from her. There's a riser. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes on Lizzie. McKenna pitches. And Lizzie swings at a ball. That is out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Monsters in the top of the 5th. After 4.5 innings, they lead 2-1. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th to try to tie things up here for Gold Glove is Abby, McKenna, Brooke, Emma, and Kendall. One.
Is this it?
I think we're just about out of time.
120,
So this might be the last half inning.
It's funny.
Do they get to go up to bat one more time?
No, we're the visiting team, so.
Yeah.
And it's even worse
Look,
when
Dave
you're
losing all the.
I know, right?
He didn't call out. He had to, all the kids were yelling at him. The best was the girls giving him shit. He takes a lot of shit.
He does.
They're always constantly messing with him.
When did we get our work done? People don't like us.
Right.
Like
Except for Lou.
he texted something. I don't know. It was yesterday or today, and I made it. I was like, oh, I said I told Karen like I was going to say something back. She's like, oh, leave him alone. I'm like, you're right. Somebody else do it. There it is.
They always give him so much crap. Oh.
Hey, Texas Roadhouse VIP. Celebrate super
I spent $180 yesterday.
dad this Father's Day with the day with a waitlist by doing
Spent 200 on me today.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the fifth innings. I believe this is it due to time. Monsters lead 2-1. Lizzie on the mound. Abby H. at the plate. First pitch is a ball. Abby grounded out to Lizzie her first at bat. Abby's the second baseman that dropped the pop fly, but then made an incredible catch to last inning. Something like that. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and foul straight back. 1-1 on Abby. One ball, one strike on Abby. That one's low, 2-1. Craig, I'll wear my Speedos if you wear yours. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, popped up, and is pointing and makes the catch. That's out number one. Monsters 2 outs away now. Here's the pitcher, McKenna W. So 1 out, bottom of the fifth, 2-1 lead for the Monsters. There's a ground ball, goes off of Chevy's glove, and she's not going to be able to recover in time. She knocks it down. Infield single for McKenna here. She's the tying run. This is bottom of the fifth, but I think we've run out of time. So here is Brooke. 1 out, runner on first. Tying run at first. Here's the pitch. That's called strike one. Brooke walked in her first at bat. Got out on a fielder's choice. That's in there. Strike two. Throw behind the runner. And she dives back in time. 0-2 on Brooke. So no balls and 2 strikes on Brooke. The pitch from Lizzie just misses inside. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Brooke. Pitch from Lizzie. Missed outside, I guess. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch from Lizzie. Strike, out, safe at second. So Brooke is out at home. That's 2 outs. McKenna steals second. And now with 2 outs and the tying run at second, here is Emma V. Emma reached on a fielder's choice. Swung on. That gets through. Goes in the left field. Throw to first. Not in time. Throw home is not in time. It's a tie ball game. So it is tied at 2 runs apiece. 2 outs. Go ahead run at first base for the Gold Gloves. That'll bring up Kendall M. Kendall grounded out to second. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Kendall. There's the 0-1 to Kendall. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Lizzie deals. High, ball 1. Trying to get Kendall to chase on a riser. Kendall does not bite. A little too high for her. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kendall. Lizzie gets the pitch and deals. Oh, a little high, 2-2. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled. We'll do the 2-2 again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lizzie deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that'll do it. But the Gold Gloves pick up a run, and we're tied at 2 after 5 innings. And I don't know. Are we gonna play another, or are we gonna end in a tie? Looks like we got another inning of softball to go here. So top of the 6th inning coming up for the Monsters. It's going to be Aria, McCarthy, G, Brielle, and then top of the order, Maddie, Estelle, Hannah, and Riley.
So are these timed games?
They are, and I think we've run out of time, but we're tied. So
They're gonna let us keep going.
next, it's 1:26, right? We started, I thought, like just before noon, right? Or was it just after?
So what is it? An hour 30?
Yeah.
For the football, they keep you tied. Like, it's weird. I didn't like
Yeah, yeah, I know.
it. You need to have a winner, not just, oh, you guys both won, you're tied.
All right, so McKenna back out on the pitcher circle for the Gold Gloves. Here's Aria stepping up to the plate. Fouls that first pitch straight back, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Aria. And she hits this one. It gets by the third baseman. Fielded in left field. Aria with a leadoff single to get things going for the Monsters here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up McCarthy to the plate. No outs and a runner on first. Here's the first pitch to McCarthy. Shows bunt and fouls it off. Strike one. Some of that depends too, like where you're playing. Like at APW, we don't have lights, so at a certain time, you just got to stop. Shows bunt, pumps it straight up, and goes foul. And Audrina behind the plate just couldn't crawl fast enough to catch that one. So no balls and 2 strikes on McCarthy. Not going to be able to bunt now. Here's the 0-2 from McKenna. And she hits this one right to Coach Dave, and he bobbles it. Oh, no ice cream for him. Oh, it hurt, he said. No balls, 2 strikes. Aria at first after her single. No outs. 2-2 tie, top of the 6th. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. McCarthy goes down, not without a battle, though. So with 1 out, here's G. Here's the first pitch to G. Swing and a miss, strike 1. She started that swing a little late. Got a load earlier. Be ready to pull that trigger. So Aria at first. And here's the 0-1. High, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to G. High, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike on G. McKenna set and deals. That one misses, ball 3. Somebody's dad thought that was a strike, though. So here it's hitter's count now. 3-1. There's the pitch. Call, strike 2. G didn't like that one. Well, she doesn't have to swing at it. There goes the timer. But here, the timer just went off for the limit. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So with 2 outs and a runner on first, here's Brielle. Hey, it's my birthday. Nope. It's my birthday. That pitch is low. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Bree. And Bree pops this one up, and that's going to go out of play. First base side, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Bree. McKenna deals and a swing and a miss by Bree. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch from McKenna. And Bree gets a piece of that one. Maddie anxiously waiting on deck, hoping to get an opportunity to drive in a run here. Bree's got to get on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from McKenna. Inside, ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brielle. McKenna deals, and Bree pops this one up out of play. We'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Two balls and 2 strikes. McKenna has her pitch from her coach. She deals. And Bree hits this one. It's a squibbler down the line. Picked up by McKenna. Throw to first. She throws it away. Aria comes from second. She's going to go third. Aria's rounding third. There's the throw home, and it's not in time. Bree comes to third, and she's safe at third. Aria scores all the way from first. Bree gets an infield single, makes it all the way to third. And the Monsters take a 3-2 lead. And that'll bring up Maddie to the plate with a runner on. A single gets an insurance run for the Monsters. This is one of those flavors that you have like a little and you just can't stop.
I know.
All right, so Monsters lead 3-2. 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the pitch to Maddie. That's in there for a strike. Maddie has struck out looking both times that she's been at bat. Obviously does not agree with the home plate umpire. Swings and misses at that one. 0-2 on Maddie. No balls and 2 strikes on Maddie. McKenna deals. Call, strike 3. But the Monsters pick up a run, and they lead by 1. It is 3-2 in favor of the Monsters. Monsters got to hold the Gold Gloves here to come away with a victory. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's the top of the order. The 1-2-3 batters, Lainey, Mia, and Audrina coming up.
Hey, Monsters! Give it everything you got! Right, Ty? Virginia Beach is about 9 hours, right?
9 hours.
Drove that.
We're driving about 3, almost 4 hours to Toronto.
Yeah. No, that's been, I guess.
I'll tell you when not to drive.
Going to Canada, but I'm driving
At 11 o'clock.
I'm hoping we're going to go to
Because
Maine.
if I fly from here, it was like $800 for a round trip, like to there. So it'd be a 10-hour flight where I could get off in between
by the way,
get on
listen.
the flight.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
I will.
Do what?
I love you. Have fun.
What should we do my dad?
But I want to send you a or something.
Yeah, it was a 10-hour flight, $800, and I would have had to get on another flight in between.
That's what you did for Father's Day?
Driving to Toronto to fly to Edmonton.
That's a father move on Father's Day.
Bottom of the 6th inning, last Gold Gloves. We are beyond time here on field number 4. Lizzie against Laney. First pitch from Lizzie. High, ball 1. One ball and no strikes on Laney. Lizzie throws one low, 2-0 on Laney. There's the 2-0. Swung on, popped up, and caught by Big Mac at second base. And there is one out. So that'll bring up Mia. Mia's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. 1 run scored. Gold Gloves relying on Mia here to get on base. She represents the tying run. First pitch from Lizzie. Misses, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Lizzie. That's 2-0. Two pitches swung on and fouled off. 2-1. Lizzie gets the pitch call from Coach Dave. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Swung on. Ground ball to Hannah. She gobbles that ball up. Throws to first in time for out number 2. 6-3 goes that put out. So now the Gold Gloves are out in the form of the catcher, Audrina. Audrina struck out swinging her first at-bat and grounded out to short in her second at-bat. Here's the pitch from Lizzie. In there, call, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Lizzie. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Way in front of that changeup. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Lizzie. High, ball 1. Monsters 1 strike away from winning this game and the day. And having, I think, an 11 a.m. first game tomorrow. Swing and a miss, strike 3! And there it is. The Monsters are your winners. They win this one by a score of 3-2 in 6 innings. From field number 4 here. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street next to the Dollar General in Pulaski, New York. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off of Interstate 81 in Watertown for all of your ice hockey sporting good needs. Top-notch construction and roofing. Your go-to for the best roofs, the top-notch roofs in Central New York. Give them a call. Look them up online. And Glory Construction and Services. For all of your new building and new structure construction needs, if you're going to have it built in his glory. Again, this one ends in a 3-2 victory. Monsters in first place. They should have a bye first morning. I think the first game will be at 11. Not really sure. We'll find out later. From Hopkins Road Park in Liverpool, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.